Hello, I'm Simon Teller. This is a live channeling for Saturday night. I'm going to channel Paul Walker and the Galactic Federation of Light. Wait for everybody to get settled in a little bit, and if anybody has a prayer, feel free.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله.
Oh, thank you. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. I don't know if I was going to go through real quick. I was going to mention grounding. Is anybody interested in hearing how I ground every time I ground
Yeah,
I ground every day.
yeah, I don't know how to do that. How do you do that?
Yeah, I figured I'd throw this out before we get started. Yeah, every day I ground in the morning. Hopefully, if I remember. There are certain ways of doing it. Before you, there's actually you can find stuff online, but there's several things. It's all involved with your chakras. Um, there are meditations you can do. I'll go through the meditation of real quick. I don't think I remember everything that goes involved with it, but one way is you start from your root chakra. You I forgot. One of them is you breathe in white light. You hold it.
Maybe we can do it together if it's not too long.
Yeah, if you want. Oh well, this might go long. This part.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, I'll give you a quick run through of before we do the ground. I'll give you what you can do on your own. Yeah, you breathe white light, hold it, and you breathe out. And you do this several times. You breathe in white light, hold it, and then you breathe out, and they're breathing out all the negativity and all the past, stuff from the day and everything. And you do that many times, and then what you do is you surround light around your root chakra, white light around your root chakra. I guess you can breathe in, breathe out white light. Another thing, with your root chakra, you start there. You shine yellow sunlight, sunlight on your chakra, and then you do moonlight. I think it's also sound. I can't forget. But anyway, you do that to each of your chakras. Your crown chakra is your psychic chakra, your channel chakra. You always surround that with white light. But anyway, that's what you can do that on your own. That one takes a while because you go slowly through each chakra. But for the grounding chakra, we can all do that. What I do is you relax a little bit. Of course, in the mornings you can clear your mind of everything. And your root chakra, you surround that with white light. Imagine it white light, and imagine this light going down your legs, going down to the center of the earth. And as far as you want to go, wherever you want to go with that. And then this is how I do it. The chakra above that, surround that with white light, and I go up to each chakra. Each chakra surrounds itself with light. I just go up after one is surrounded with light. I keep going up the chakras, go up to your. Just imagine you go through each chakra. You can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. And you go to your third eye, surround that with white light. And you go to your crown chakra, surround that with white light. And then you surround yourself with white light. And you can say a prayer. And what I do is you send energy. You send white light to a family member, your pets, a friend, you send white light around them. You surround them with white light, and you can usually feel it. You can almost read their thoughts sometimes of what's bothering them. You can kind of wash that away. They have negativity around them. And I also like to send light around the earth. You can send light to whoever you want, actually, but I send it around the earth. And also, most importantly, sometimes I forget to mention this. You always thank the Lord, or thank God for all the things that you have. Thank you for the food I have. Thank you for the money I have. Thank you for air. Thank you for the health. Thank you for your blessings for everything that's around you that helps you throughout the day. And it doesn't hurt to ground a few times a day. If you feel down and about, if you feel depressed, you can ground. That helps wash a lot of that away. So I do that for every channeling and every reading. When I did readings, I did that. Every time, when I do a channeling and then I pause and take it easy, and then I go back into another channeling, and then I do another grounding. So most important is all important, actually, but thanking for all the things that you have, it helps, and sending energy to people around you, even people that maybe you don't really care much for. So the more love you send around, the better. So, all right, that's
Sweet, thanks.
yeah, welcome. So you can play that back. But that's basics. That's what I was taught by an American Indian. That was my mentor. He taught me how to do that. And you can always say a prayer, and that always helps too. Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Let's see if this guy comes through. Hello, I am the one you called. I am Paul Walker. Greetings.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings.
Many have tried to contact me with no success. I've talked to a few since I've been gone. You have many questions for me?
Well, Paul, do you have anything to say before we start?
One moment. You know, I am just like everybody else, and I'm treated like I'm better than everyone in some ways because I'm a celebrity, but I am no different than anyone else. So I want to be treated like everyone else. Celebrity is sometimes a curse because it almost makes people feel like you're immoral, which is not true. So let's see here. On your world, one thing I wanted to say that I've had several lives on your world, and it didn't. This one was in some ways unfulfilling probably because I was in Hollywood, and there's a lot of negative emotions there. Just people trying to pull you in different directions, and in some ways you can lose yourself. It's understand why so many do that. There are things I want to say, but some of it is private, if that makes any sense, to certain loved ones that don't understand what is going on right here. You know, my family does not understand this that's happening, and it never will. And if I can contact him like this, that would be nice, but I don't think they won't understand it. Some might. They might eventually, but it's unlikely. But you never know. So, I'm curious of what you have to ask me. This is kind of new for me. So if you have any questions, interested. Anything?
Kasim?
Oh no, you go ahead, bro. I don't even really have anything.
You know, Paul, a lot of people were curious if anyone had anything to do with the accident.
That was as far as I know, it's a malfunction with the car, and we lost control of it. So we're gone in impact. I was in spirit. I was after the accident. I kind of jumped out of my body. So I was in spirit form on your world for a little bit, but then I got pulled into them. I mean, I was, as what you call a ghost for a little bit, but then I was carried onto the light. So, as for it meant, that is true. That brings up, was it meant to be? No, not really. That was a mistake on our part, and there was marijuana involved.
Yeah.
Did you used to smoke a lot of marijuana?
On and off. My friend did.
Did it keep you spiritual?
Well, it kept me high. I'm not sure about spiritual. In some ways.
I mean, just because of all the stuff in LA. I mean,
yeah, it kind of broke away from what's going. Yeah, it's kind of tear you from it. Yes.
It might sound funny, but what do you think of the movie Finished? And
yeah, I am. Well, in a lot of ways, I don't have an opinion, but if you asked, I'm glad that they finished it. I'm glad they did what they did with it. They did the best they could. So, yes, those movies are kind of what you call it, cheesy, but they're entertaining. A lot of people like them. Helps them get away from their problems.
Yeah, I liked them. I got a question for you.
Yes.
Whenever you had the accident and you transitioned into spiritual form, I've heard that you do have the choice to go back into your body and to and just keep going with your soul contract. Did you have that choice?
No, I was. Let me connect to that a little bit better. No, I chose not to. It wouldn't have been pretty if. No, it was too much damage was done.
Well, I mean, I heard that you can just change the probability instead of having the crash. You can return to your body before the crash and be steered clear of another probable timeline parallel.
I understand. I understand. I chose not to go that route. Yes, that is very true. But I chose not to go that route. As what was. It was in some ways it did teach kids to the dangers of street racing and all. Of course, we weren't street racing, but yes, we were actually. Takes a while. It takes a minute for memories to come back through. So, yeah, after what happened, yeah, it was sort of just let it be. You know, it was the right thing to do. So that was a possibility, but I wasn't, I wasn't really given that option. But I understand where you're going at. Some are given that option. I wasn't given that option.
All right.
You can almost say that was kind of meant to be.
I got you. Gotcha.
So power can become overwhelming, especially when, in that case. Yes, now I am connecting a little bit more. Yes, I do have some things to say now. Now I'm more adjusted here. This is fascinating. I have done things similar to this, but nothing like this. One thing about fans of celebrities, sometimes they get too obsessed as if the celebrities are better than them in some ways. Not all, but some. And they become narcissists, but not for themselves, but for other people. It's just they don't care about themselves; they care about other people because they don't like themselves so much. So they dive That's come up before in this one, I guess, in this conversation. The Kim Kardashian type of situation. People put all their love into them, but not into themselves, and that is a shame. And celebrities don't really understand that. They enjoy the attention. Many of them do. Some of them don't. They don't enjoy the paparazzi. They do enjoy the attention though from other fans. They always love that, but not from paparazzi. Because that can become life-threatening at some time. At some point, that can be dangerous. But some of the fans out there, they don't realize that they don't love themselves. They don't have no idea that they don't care about themselves. They think they do, but they really don't. So they're, if that makes any sense, they kind of put their love into different, icons, such as your Lady Gaga comes to mind. So.
I think that's a great point to bring up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. I have a lot to say to my family, but most of that is private. Of course, if I had anything to say to them, I want to tell them that I am fine and that I'm always with them, even if they don't believe that. Some of them do, some of them don't. And that was kind of my exit point. That was a choice I made. I didn't have to take that choice, but I did. I could have gone a different route. So it brought shock to many. Oh yeah, what is his name? The actor? Oh, I can't. Van Diesel. Is that the one that's in that movie?
Yeah, you just read my mind.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, he was like a brother to me. We were like family. I miss him a lot. I do come to him very often, and I think he realizes that. He's very spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said something about you would always tell him
Tell him what?
That 8 was fate for the movie.
In many ways, yes. It didn't have to go that way, but many ways, yes. Yes, he's a very spiritual man. He would believe in something like this. I don't think he's that familiar with it, with this type of communication we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's more spiritual than my own family in many sense. Not to say they're bad or anything, but for my family, they will not understand a message like this. They're still getting over the death. Also, actually, they're still not over it, and. Let me see here. But Van Diesel, I like to go into that a little bit. He's very spiritual. As for the psychics, he has some psychic in him. Everybody is psychic, but some aren't in tune to it, and he is in many ways. And I think spiritually he speaks to me, but not mostly through prayer. So, yes, I'm always, every time he mentions my name, I'm always around him, I'm always listening. Right now, I am going through transition on the other side. I don't plan on coming back into your world. I am around my family most of the time. So...
when you realized you were out of the body, I was just wondering, what was the first thing you did?
I felt I knew we made a mistake. I felt I was a little bit bitter about the situation. Just what was I thinking? What were we thinking? So I felt regret, but afterwards I was peace with it, and I realized where I was going. So I realized that, you know, I was crossing over, basically, or I can cross over, however you want to say that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've been playing the 8 today, and I was wondering what you think about playing those kind of games, like shooting and racing games.
Let's see. Racing, I don't have a problem with. The shooting ones, I'm not too fond of. I don't, because that's a lot of negativity. Of course, video games kind of waste your time, but if you have time to waste, then it's okay. Many spend too much time on those things and not using their talents, but the shooting ones I'm not too comfortable with. So, but yeah, I think too many people spend too much time on that stuff, but that's their decision.
I'll go if no one else has a question.
Yes.
I know we talked about the messages that you have. I want to kind of talk about, or see what you have to say about a message to the world, to the people that are still asleep.
Thank you.
And where the Earth is headed, and as much advice as you have.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, I feel that many celebrities, many of the audience, many fans of celebrities worship them like idols in many ways, unfortunately, such as your American Idol. I don't feel that's right. I don't feel that you should worship yourself, not others like that. Also, as for where the Earth is heading, I cannot go into those things. I am permitted in many ways, but it's going in a positive direction. There's many angels on your world. I can give you my perspective. It's many angels on your world working around the clock to raising your vibration that isn't always very easy, but they're trying to keep you out of harm's way, many of you. And they're filled with much love, and they're just, it's amazing from my point of view of what I see of the world. It's just on a spiritual and it's just magnificent. As for your alien situation, because obviously that's what this is, I don't have a whole lot of comment on it. I knew of this stuff, but I wasn't too familiar with it. So I like to tell others that you are not alone in the universe. There are aliens that are friendly. There are some negative ones, but most of them are of love. So they look strange. They're not normal, but I mean to your liking. But eventually that will change, where you will not find them strange at all. That is, I can tell you this, that slowly the door is opening to your what you call your galactic friends. That is slowly transitioning where everyone will eventually see them. But you can't make it too fast because that'll make everybody nuts. But it's happening at a slow pace where it'll become the norm eventually, where you'll see your galactic friends, and that's all I can go with into that.
All right. So when you crossed over, how did you learn about all the extraterrestrials and stuff? When you cross over, just do you automatically know all the stuff that you forgot, or do you learn that over time?
Some do. I wasn't ready for that. Some are. I was, more concerned with my family. So, yes, when you cross over, you do get like a download. It all depends on the person. Mine was about my family. I felt, okay, they told me where I was and that my family is safe. So that was most important to me. If I'm channeling right, I feel like I have a daughter. I think that's right. If that's coming through right. Not everything comes through here. Yes, I felt that my family is fine. I knew where I was. I had many elders helping me. As you say, a tunnel. I had like a hall of loved ones that were greeting me. And as for the extraterrestrials, that came later. Mostly was about my family. After I got used to where I was, it took a while, and then the extraterrestrials and all that came through later. So.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Were you a hybrid? Did you have extraterrestrial DNA?
Yes, Palladian, about 50% Palladian, a little bit of Arcturian. Let's see, no Lyran. Let me see here. Arcturian, mostly Palladian. Sirian DNA, because I've had lifetimes there. About 20% Sirian. And let's see if I can connect to that. I can't get the percentage down, but Andromedan.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Paul, I feel like we're related. Are you related to any of us here?
Yeah, I do feel a relation to you.
I feel it really strong whenever you said that.
Yeah, many lifetimes. I don't think it was on this world, but it was.
This is my first time on Earth.
Yeah, I think on Palladian planet we met. I think we know each other, actually. Pretty good.
It's an honor to talk to you today. Thank you.
Talk to you, too.
Paul, I just want to say much love.
Much love. Thank you. Is there anything else? Yeah, I don't have much to say.
I was wondering, what's the fastest you ever got mile per hour wise on a car or in any vehicle?
I can't name the cars because they're not coming through. 120 at times, 150 mile per hour. That was on like a track. So something like that. I hope that makes sense.
You don't recommend that for anyone here on Earth, though, right?
Well, not on the streets. On a racetrack, that should be okay.
One last question before you do go, Paul. I heard you mention daughter earlier. Do you have a hybrid daughter, if you don't mind telling us? Or a hybrid child? Where they are not on Earth?
Oh, yes, I understand. One moment. I have to get that. Yes, several. Yes.
This is kind of personal. Could you tap in if I have any hybrid children that aren't on Earth?
I'm not one to answer that. I feel there's someone else coming through that can answer that for you.
Okay, sweet, thanks.
Okay, welcome. There's nothing else. Yes, I don't have a whole lot, but just don't worship false idols. Many do on your planet, unfortunately. Those
Did
that
you
are
like
yes. Go ahead.
Did you like acting?
Yes, I don't. Many said I wasn't very, or I didn't put a lot of effort to it. Probably because I didn't. I put in some effort. I wasn't exactly the best actor, but that wasn't the point. It was. Yes, I enjoyed it, but it's kind of. I don't know. It's kind of a. How do I describe it? There's a lot of narcissists in that business, so it was fun, but wasn't exactly for me. But it worked out the way it worked out. So
What was your highest joy?
I didn't hear that. What was that?
What was your highest joy?
Around my family. That was my joy. Friends and family. That was my main joy. Acting was okay, but family was more fun. So that brought in the money to help us stay together, so that worked out really well.
I was going to say, Paul, your spirit came through the screen, I think, to every human on Earth.
Good. Hopefully this type of message helps, makes people realize this is possible, that we can communicate, that there is life after death. And this is not strange, this is very normal. And hopefully many fans out there or non-fans will understand this is very possible. There's more than just the other side. There's many planets with beings of species of all kinds, so you're not alone in the universe at all. But your Earth is in some ways, an infancy of its growth, but it's about to grow up very soon.
So where are you going now, and what are you going to do next?
Well, yeah, so I spend most of my time in spirit and connecting with my family until they cross over. And then after that, I will probably reincarnate. Maybe, unlikely on this world, but maybe. It's a good chance of it.
Do you have any more lessons to learn, or any contracts to do?
Yes, but not on your world at the moment. Yes, many.
Is that obligatory, or do you want to do it?
I want to do it eventually. It's much to learn.
Can you tell us what kind of things you want to learn?
Yes, I want to learn more about nature. In your world, I didn't do that as much. I want to be a part of nature more. That is something that, on your world, There are many part of nature, obviously, but most of it is in the cities. But nature, I wanted to get connected with. Maybe visit your Warren species or alien, however you want to call them.
That's so funny. I was just gonna say maybe your next life should be a Lyran.
Yes, that was in the cards. Yes, I am what you call. I was kind of like a young soul, at least to this world. So.
Before you go, I would love you to visit me anytime. This is Matt. I do feel you are family, but everyone here is family, but I definitely feel you in my soul.
Yes, I will do that. If you need me, I will just call for me. I will be there. Yes, I am told I must leave. It's enough. So, many blessings to you. God bless your group, your organization. God bless the world. Many that are asleep will soon be awake. So,
I love you, Paul.
Love you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
yes, I'm sending positive energy to all of you. So, God bless. Whoa.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here.
That
You know,
was-
I still feel his presence. So he's not here, but he's around. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's standing right there.
Oh, you know what? It'd be sick if you could channel Bruce Lee. Because, like, there's big controversy about how he died and stuff, and everybody loves him, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the Galactic Federation of Light.
Nice.
See how that goes.
Yes.
I
That's
got, yeah, I got a dump of information today. I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm changing or what, but I got, I'm gonna drink something first. I got a data dump earlier today. We'll see how it goes.
sweet.
I don't know who it's gonna be, but
What do you mean data dump? Like, what is that? You mean like a download, or?
yeah, download.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, they do it in certain times when you're not doing. I don't know. They pick certain times to do that. All right. I don't know what species it's going to be or anything. I just know it's going to be. I mean, usually I channel them anyway, but nothing like this. This is kind of like a. From the feeling I got, it's kind of like a Takur, part of the Federation type of thing. Sort of, the figurehead or however you want to, the information guru.
I like surprises.
So we'll see how it goes. Should be interesting. Oh yeah, good chance they might be talking a lot before anyone says anything. At least that's what I got.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Hello. I am a Sirian from the Galactic Federation of Light. I have. Oh yes, my name. I need to find an Earth name because my name you would never be able to pronounce. Trust me. Just call me Redmond. That's a nice name. Yes, there's much information for your world. I was not exactly the one that brought the download to this one, but there is much to say. Yes, your call. How do I say this? Your Illuminati on your planet is losing power slowly. They are doing whatever they can to stay afloat right now. They are still much in power, but they are losing their grip over society. So that is what I'm saying, that they're losing power. Many are waking up to them, and many are waking up to that they are not alone in the universe also, and realizing there are positive ETs on your planet. So much is happening right now. I can't go into exactly what's happening on your world, obviously. Your governments disapprove of this message, but that's okay, because they disapprove of many things that will be helpful to you. So, such as site to site. I'm not going to go into that right now. Basically, I have to mention them because they play a very big role in the control system of your planet, the reptilian negative control. Many of them are fighting with your elites right now. They don't like what the elites are doing. They're getting panicky in many ways, and the reptilians are not panicky. So there's kind of a rift there, and many in your Illuminati are becoming more positive, and that is hurting them also. So there's a ripple going on right now, and we are well aware of it, and we don't necessarily assist in it, but those that are positive, we talk to them. Those are negative, we obviously communicate with them all in a different way. We are aware of your organization. Oh, yes, this one has a problem. Let's call it, pronunciations here is not
Dark Pigneer.
Yes, I was going to say Takura's group. Anyway, we're aware of them. As we don't always get along. I mean, we are in good standing, but what they are doing is definitely helping your world tremendously. The Federation of Light, we usually step back and let your world do as it's your world, so that you do as you wish. We do have many on your planet to raise the vibrations, but other than that, we don't interfere too much. And Takura's group is obviously helping out very much, so that has changed our perspective very much on how to interact with your world, because usually we just step back and just let you, because it's your planet, not ours. We'll help you if you need help, but we're hands off most of the time. But we have changed that in many ways. We have more ground crew on your planet than ever before, and many star seeds on your planet actually came from our Federation to help with the ascension. So many of you out there, you're you're calling, this is your home, most of you. So basically, the message is that the negative powers on your planet are losing grip. Oh yes, and another thing about your financial situation, I mean, many of us would much rather you have no money at all and just get along that way. So there is a financial system set up that replace yours, but many of us would much rather you not have one at all. But it'll still be beneficial to all of you. You'll all be equal, and it won't be, class. Everybody would be new. Everybody would be. It'd be like many other plans. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you must have a financial system, we will have one ready if needed. And as for your collapse, the financial collapse, I can't go into that right now. That's kind of, it's not imminent. It might not even happen. So, but there's much going on your planet that most of you have no idea. It's war is a good, it's disagreements is a good way to say that. And our Federation is watching your planet like a hawk. Many more species that were not interested in your world they are now taking interest in helping with the ascension. So if you have any questions, feel free.
Yeah, you said there's a bunch of stuff that we don't know about. Could you go into some of that stuff?
Oh, just that most importantly, that your Illuminati, they're being called the one at the top, the pyramid at the top, the eye. There's much going on there that is falling apart.
I'm sorry, I just came through the chat. Who are you?
I am a Sirian. I am from the Galactic Federation of Light. Greetings.
Greetings.
Yes. Yes, there's your government, probably want to know about that. Your American government is your President Obama. He's being shifted out. There's no control over him anymore. There used to be. They're sort of letting him. They're kind of letting him go, and they're working on the next one.
What position do you work in the Galactic Federation?
Right now, it's communications. I do many things.
Okay.
I gave you a name.
What kind of communications do you do? Translations for other species?
No, mostly in the military. I do communications through them, through the council, through our governments. Not through languages, no.
Okay, so you do military messages.
Yes, I am communications with them, not necessarily in the military, but I do.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Thank you.
Does the Federation have a military, or is it just more like defensive stuff?
Yes, it's more like that.
Yeah, it's more defensive.
Yes, it just came out like you have the idea. Yes.
So how long have you been working for the Galactic Federation?
For a long time. I can't give out the time. How long?
Can you relate it to Earth years?
One moment. I would say I'll give you 50 years. Let's say that. That's not.
I
that's
see.
not exactly a correct number, but let's just go with that.
You seem to be very uncomfortable.
No, I'm just attaching myself, just connecting. That's all.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Is it Redmond?
Yes, that's it. Yes, Redmond, Redmond. Yes, Redmond.
Yes, I was just wondering. I've uh, have been listening to the messages of Sheldon Neidl of the Galactic Federation of Light, and he's. I was talking to. They're mainly been talking about the prosperity funds and the testing of the systems to make sure they're being run fluently. And like it said that within 3 or 4 weeks, they will be issued out. And I was just wondering if you had any information on that. And also, well, first, if you
Go into that. What was that again? What was the name of it again?
it was the guy's name is Sheldon Neidl, and he is representative for the Galactic Federation of Light, and he also works with our Saul and Salusa, and he's
Are you? Sorry to interrupt. Are you an elder for the Sirians?
No, more of a middle age.
I see.
Go ahead again. Sorry about that.
It's okay. So you've been working for the Galactic Federation now for 50 years. Wow, that's pretty
It's
impressive.
actually more than that, but that's the number I'm going to give you. Yes, about the money system that was.
Do you work with the Draconians?
We communicate with them.
I see.
You had a question again about the money system?
Yes.
Yes. One moment. Let me connect to that. You said 3 to 4 weeks that there was.
Yes, that Matt Muckley, he transcribed the Galactic Federation of Light message by Sheldon Neidl, and they talked about the prosperity funds being tested and being issued out soon.
Yes. I think I have a different word for that. There is going to be like a money. How do you call it? It's going to be dispensed in your economy. Hopefully I'm making sense of that. Yes, there's going to be a money change in your economy, to help your economy. Is that exactly what? I'm not sure if I'm exactly connecting to what you're saying, but in a couple of weeks there's going to be a disbursement of money in your system to help you sustain your economy, actually.
Yes, yeah, that's I do understand.
Yes, I have a different way.
How are you getting this information?
Through a council. I was permitted to talk to you, to bring this information out.
I see.
So I was watching these channelers on YouTube, the Galactic Federation of Light or whatever, and they do it all in text, like it's text to speech. Is that real channelings or from you guys or?
Yes, I'm not sure exactly why they choose to. They do that to hide their identities, I guess, for the text to speech.
How accurate would you say that text to speech is from you guys?
Well, I'll give you this: that the information changes daily, but when they give out the information, it changes. So, because different channelers have different information, and one moment. I would say it's not exactly. It's about 50%, but only because the information changes throughout. Once it's broadcast, it changes. So it's not always. It's 100% at the time, but then it changes. So it's not, it is good information, but many things happen between now and then.
Okay.
So what is the council made up of?
Many different beings of species. Reptilians, even Orions sometimes speak.
Interesting.
Hello there.
Hello.
Are you familiar with the Pleiadian who calls himself a Laie?
Yes.
He's a spiritual master in a mental federation. You heard of him?
Yes, well, I scanned this one's mind, so I have that. Yes, I don't know him personally, though. I know of him.
So, is it really possible to live in a world where there is no negativity at all?
There will always be a little bit. There will always be some. It depends on your society. If your society chooses to be positive, which is wonderful, there's always going to be some at some degree. So I would say about negativity rate 2 or 3% is always going to be around. But it is possible.
What about in fourth density?
Fourth density, I would give you a number. It's better to say about, it varies. Sometimes it's 50%. It all depends on the society. Let me grab a society let me grab one that, one moment. I'm still getting used to this. I don't do this very often, this type of body at least. This is a new channeler, so it takes a while to get the machinery working. Negativity rate, it all depends on the collective. Like in your world, if majority of people are positive, the negativity rate can be very low, 10, 20%. Such as you give like the grays, that is like a 70% positive, 30% negative, depending on the grays population. Depends on the collective. So it all depends.
Okay, I'm wondering, what's up with the NASA's warp drive that they made public today? Or wait, public? Yeah.
I don't think I'm aware of that. What? Can you go into that a little bit?
No. Shiny dude, can you, oh no, he left, sorry. Someone asked, but then they just left. I was just asking for them. Supposedly NASA made warp drive possible.
He said never mind, that info is fake.
Oh, wow.
Well, they do have something like that, but not for public consumption.
So,
yeah, can you tell us about the stuff that they're keeping a secret, like all the technologies?
Yeah, the black projects.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, your Area 51 has much of it. There are several. Area 51 is an interesting one because it has the most popularity. As for your myths and your conspiracy theories, much is done underground, though. Much gray technology, some palladium, but mostly gray technology is there.
I heard that from David Wilcock that on YouTube that they're doing a whole bunch of stuff like portal technology underground and all sorts of crazy stuff. So then the extraterrestrials came in and took like most of it away because after 2012 the quarantine's over, they're allowed to do that or whatever. Is that true?
Yes, some degree, yes. They didn't take all of it away, obviously. They did take some of it away, yes. Some things that were a little bit too much for human hands. They're a little bit too powerful.
Okay, how could you give me a reading on how accurate David Wilcock's stuff is on YouTube, like in percentage?
That's going to take a second to connect to David Wilcock. For some reason I'm not connecting to him. That might take a second.
It's okay if you don't.
Give me a moment on that. Let me get back to that. Bring that up again.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, so what about the light dimension where everything is pure light? I heard that that in the light dimension, that in a place like that, there is no negativity at all.
Oh, when you go up densities, yes. 5th density, 6th density. There are areas of that, yes. Yes. That is possible, yes.
Because, like,
you're right, yes.
From what I know, it's about frequency. Like, a negative being would not be able to go to the higher dimensions because he doesn't match the frequency. His instrument, if you will, is not in tune with it.
Yes, when you go up, that's true. When you go up many more densities, negativity does go. It does. It does. Oh, I have to admit, there always is a little bit percentage though, small percent, but not very much that interferes with anything. I still sense that. So there was always going to be a tiny bit, but not enough to.
Okay, I heard about Ashtar in your group or whatever. Is that a person in your group, Ashtar?
Yes, I'm scanning this one's mind. Oh, yes, I can't pinpoint who exactly that is.
Okay, well, I heard in like a Hebrew scripture or something like that that Ashtaroth will return, and they're like these demons that are going to try and deceive you and stuff. So, do you have any connection to Ashtaroth? Is that Ashtar?
I am not connecting with that for some reason. One moment. Not connecting with much in mine. Yeah, give me that again. See if I can connect it with a little bit better.
It was a Hebrew scripture that said Ashtaroth, that these beings are going to return to the Hathors, that Ashtaroth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that's you guys, Ashtar. I've seen this video on YouTube. They're relating Ashtaroth to you guys. I'm just wondering, what do you think about that?
No, I don't think so. No, not in my opinion, at least. No. Maybe it's someone else. Not in my opinion. No. Whoever's saying that.
So that's misinformation then?
There might be some there might be some truth to that, but not to my knowledge. There's good truth to that. I mean, there's a good chance that is right, but as far as I know, no. But that doesn't mean it's not true.
Hey, Redmond.
Yeah.
This is to Matthew. It's a pleasure to speak with you. I just have to ask your opinion. What do you say to somebody that's saying that you're making all this up and lying to us? I mean, what would you have to say to someone like that, or to us, if we do have that opinion?
Let's see here. Well, they can believe whatever they wish.
Beautiful.
That's fine. That's fine. Believe whatever you want. I am not criticizing anyone. They can. That is their life. They can do whatever they want to. That's fine.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, that's. There is a connection issue here. But I am not. Why would I come here to lie? But that is fine. If you believe that, that is okay.
Hello, I have a question. I was wondering on your day-to-day activities in the Galactic Federation. I was just wondering what's your typical day like? What do you usually do?
Communications, telepathy communications across the galaxy, gathering information, information about Earth and other planets. Usually you call many meetings, something around that. So we have many conversations, and we watch your world watch it 24 hours a day, as you say.
Are you on a ship? Are you on like a mothership or more
No.
the smaller ship?
I'm out in space right now on this ship. Yes. I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty far from your planet right now. That's why a connection issue at times, and this one's not too used to someone like me.
Have you heard of Centaurian Anetheus Jackson? He's a human being that's here on the planet, and he represents the Galactic Federation, the Federation of Light. in the Ashtar Command. Just wonder if you ever heard of Centaurian Anetheus Jackson.
Yes, I've heard that name. Yes, yes, I am aware. I don't think I've known him, but yes, I am aware. I don't have data on that right now. One moment.
Yeah, he does a lot of rhymes and raps and stuff about the light and about our transition and transformation and working for the Galactic Federation. And I mean, he's really good, really talented.
Yes, I see that. Yes, I don't have a firm connection on him right now, but I am aware of who that is. Yes, I'm aware of it, but I don't have a firm connection here for some reason.
Ozor, how do you live? What's your species or your what's your life expectancy? You said you're middle aged.
Yes, I can live to like 700 years. If I would. Yes, my day to day is with family, with my wife. I do speak to the council often, the Federation, Ashtar Command. Yes, that's part of it. I speak to many species on a daily basis. I have astral projecting myself on your world. I have visited your planet, but have not been in your solar system. I know much about it. I'm always learning new things every day, and this is part of my learning process also. But I know more about your elites than my knowledge of them is pretty.
So you mean like the elites, like the Rockefellers and the Bilderbergs and people up for the 12 major families?
Yeah, I keep up with them. I don't have conversations with them, but I do know of them. Yes.
Can you tell us about any cool technologies that like Elite is hiding that they don't want us to know about? Like what they do, the functions of them?
Such as going to other worlds, they go through something like Stargate type of technologies. They have many technologies that are very similar to that, more advanced actually in some ways.
I heard there's a room you can walk into and then you push a button and the room teleports to Mars or whatever and then you walk out. So like,
yes, or something like that. Yes.
Can you go into how they do that? Is it like how Bashar talks about where there's a energy equation and you switch the vibrational frequency of the thing and then if like you know the frequency of where where Mars is and where here is, so if you switch it, you know what I mean? Like I can't really explain it, but
yeah, it's hard to explain exactly. This one doesn't have the definitions for that. But yes, you can manipulate energy and you can travel to other planets, mostly Mars. Mars is a very important planet right now for them.
Yeah, but this other being was saying that humans can't do that, and you have to have. Or wait, one sec. Yeah, that humans can't do that. You have to have Pleiadian DNA. So I'm wondering how do the humans do that? Like because they were saying that like the high ups, the humans do that. So I was wondering how do they go through that?
They have ways of doing it. Only a small percent do that, but yes, they can. They're not exactly human, but they do. They can do it though.
Okay.
I can't go any. Yes.
Sorry to get off topic, but I do want to ask. The other night I woke up and there was like this white ball in my room, and I kind of sat up and I was having like backaches. I had trouble sleeping, so I asked it to help me. And then when I went back to sleep, I just slept really great. Can you give me a hint on who that might be?
I get a Pleiadian energy from it. It's probably from your Palladian friends. That's all I can pick up from that. As for what exactly is that? All I can pick up from that is Palladian energy. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. As for why, you want to know why they did that, or?
Yeah, why were they in my room too?
To balance your energy.
I felt really weird last night. Like I was getting like all these weird messages, and I was trying to like feel comfortable and then sleep, and it was just a weird situation. But I felt them doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a download.
Yes.
I also feel. One moment. Yeah, Arcturian also. There's some Arcturian in that also. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. It's information, or it's like a download. Hopefully
Yes,
that
I've
makes
been asking for that. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, this is kind of personal, but yeah, I woke up and my legs were all sore and stuff, and I was talking to this reptilian about training fighting styles in the astral realm, and I'm wondering, was I waking up sore because I was training with reptilians?
Well, it's funny. I feel like another. You have a reptilian. Sorry, not reptilian. I don't think it was reptilian. I feel it was more of a Palladian presence.
And I was training fighting with him?
No. One second.
Like, was I training with reptilians in the astral realm, like, recently, or?
I'm not getting. I'm not getting a clear connection to that. It could be. That one's a little bit hard to connect to. It very well could have been, but Palladians had some. They were a part of it, like make sure that you're safe and everything. You know what I mean? Sort of like we'll let you do this, and we'll protect you here, and we'll watch you. And as for a reptilian, I'm not getting that, but it doesn't mean that's not possible.
Alright, cool. So you couldn't tell me why I was waking up sore? Is that because I was doing physicals, or like, you know, workouts and transferring it back to the physical, or?
Yeah, I feel like you went to another planet. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I haven't been remembering my dreams though, and like when I do remember, it's like flashes of really weird stuff.
Yeah, you were taken to another world.
What was I doing?
One moment. Whoever did that does not want that information disclosed. I would say though, it's sort of preparing you for your future.
Was it MIB?
No.
Okay. Was it positive?
I might be presence around you though. But
Yeah. Oh, was it positive? Like I went there for a positive reason?
Yeah, I feel you went there for a positive reason. It's for a positive. You know, it has something to do with your future.
Okay, sweet. You can't tell me the race, eh?
The reason I'm saying that they don't want you to know too much about it. That's why you don't remember. So over time, you will remember.
Okay, you couldn't tell me the race?
Like I said, it was like a Palladian. I feel like it's a Palladian has something.
Oh, okay, sweet. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes.
Hi. I sent out a request to the Federation of Light that I wanted I wanted them to send me messages and sightings, both physically and astral, as a test for myself to see if I'm ready for contact with extraterrestrials.
Yes, I feel that. Yes. You want to know how that was going? How that's going? Is that what you want to know?
Well, I wanted to know if my message with my request was received.
It has been received, and it's going through many channels right now. You haven't had anything right now because they feel that you're not ready for it yet, but that does not mean it won't happen. It's going through many channels right now. And you mentioned, scan this one's mind, site to site, if you're prepared for that. Is that what you're trying to see, if you're prepared for that? Is that what you want to know?
Well, it's just, I just want to test myself to see if I'm ready for physical contact with an alien, because I've had many physical interactions before, and they were all loving. I've never had any fearful ones. I just wanted another one so I could remind myself of my reaction that I am ready.
I understand. Yes, it's going through the channels, and they're kind of holding back right now because there's so much going on in your planet right now. Yeah, because there's a meeting on August 30th. I think after that, April 30th. After that meeting, many things will start changing. So after that, you should receive a message that if it's going to happen or not.
Yes, I was also told that I would get a plebeian in my room that would give me a message from my soulmate.
Mm-hmm. That I'm not connecting to. One moment. That might take me a second to connect to. That is a possible. I'm not connecting with that, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. There's a good possibility of that, but I'm not connecting with it right now. But I might not be the right one to ask about that.
Hello, I got another question. That's all right.
Yes.
I was just wondering, how many star nations are comprised of the Galactic Federation of Light?
Several thousands, star nations, hundreds, thousands. Always as a translation into this one is not always easy. This one's new at this still, so download's not. The connection is not 100% right now. There's thousands.
I appreciate it. Where I was wondering, what's the in your ship? Where's the last planet that you've explored? I was wondering, do you visit or frequently visit different planets, or do you just you're mainly focused on the Earth?
Several planets. Right now, my focus is on Earth. Several planets. I'm usually in the Pleiades star system.
Are you aware of the planet Centrefska in the Pleiades?
Yes. Yes.
Are you aware of Del Eve?
Yes, I feel a connection with that. Yes.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, because I can feel it through this one. That's why. It's sometimes not always easy to connect with others.
Are you aware of what's going on with the elites on Mars with the takeover? Of basically they took over Mars, and then the natives there having to live in ships, or they're basically being invaded, or they taken off planet.
Yes, it's in some ways genocide over there right now. It's very unfortunate. There's not much we can do with that. Yeah, it's off limits to us right now. At this point, it's an unfortunate situation right now.
Are you more of a physical being or a spiritual being? Like, do you actually eat physical items and our food and drink and stuff?
Yes, I'm in fourth density. Fourth and fifth, but mostly fourth. So I do drink and all that, yes. A little bit.
Or what's your favorite drink and food? Like, is it on is like a different planet, or do you have a name for it? Be curious.
Yes, I cannot. I give it a green liquid. I can't translate what it is here. So it's sort of not alcohol. It's kind of a buzzy type of drink. It's kind of a veggie drink. If you.
I'm wondering, could you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just got one more question. I gotta go. On this planet, if you observe, I mean, I'm sure you observed this planet for a while. I was wondering, what's the most beautiful, like, animal or plant, either animal or plant that you highly resonate with, or you find, that this, like, it's your in your personality, or what would you find the most uh, coolest or whatever?
Yosemite, I like. As for area, animal, I love all animals. I like your tigers, if you call it, As for plants, connection is all plants basically. I don't have a real favorite. I love them all. It's hard to find a favorite. The rose, I like. That brings me happiness.
So you say you're in fourth density, right?
Yes.
Okay, so isn't that like spirit realm where you can like fly around and stuff?
Yes. In some ways, yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just wondering because you talking about planets in the fourth dimension stuff reminded me. I smoked a joint in a dream once. I got like super high, and I'm wondering, is there weed in the fourth dimension? Was that real?
Something like that, yes. But we don't smoke it.
Oh, okay. How do you do it? What do you do with it?
More like a scent type of thing. One moment. I am having issues with connection here. I didn't think I was going to have this kind of problem. Maybe if I come again, I'll have a better, or maybe not. I think it's where I am right now that connection is not, I would feel as if I'm sort of being blocked in some ways. One moment.
I send you love.
Thank you. Thank you. That was yes, that helped. Thank you. That helped a lot. Yes, it's hard to explain about your marijuana situation. We don't smoke it. It's sort of an essence that's in our air. It's kind of hard to explain for this one to translate. But that is like a potent energy to help raise our vibration. You can say it's almost as if it's already in our air that we kind of breathe. So we're always high, I guess, in some ways.
Sweet.
It's kind of like in our atmosphere. Some might disagree with that, but that's fine.
I'm wondering, because I heard people talking about like extraterrestrial children, like the hybrid children. I'm wondering if I got any, like if they took my DNA and did anything.
I feel you do have one. It's a girl, little girl.
What race?
Palladium.
Okay, sweet. Thanks. How old? How old?
Young. I would say this is what I'm getting. 6 years old.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Not sure. You should be able to connect with her. Maybe it wasn't the right time, but yes, I think you can connect to her now.
Alright, sweet.
If you wish, yes. Good, thank you.
You can't like download a name or like her name?
It's whatever name. I get Isabella, but I'm not sure if that resonates with you.
Okay, cool.
Whatever resonates. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, that is fine if others disagree with this, and that is fine. That is not a problem. I am not really used to your world. I chose to come here to bring messages. I am more into your Illuminati than anything else. I heard this one mention it, and I figured I'd come down. So that's why it's kind of, you call shady in that regard, because it's mystical arts that some don't like to talk about or don't want to talk about, but that is, to me, my expertise in many ways. And to know about them is helpful to help with your ascension, to know who is sort of pulling the strings of your world. So I figured I'd come here to bring a helping hand to know what's going on. So believe that whatever you wish, that is fine.
It's really appreciated for your
Thank you.
your choice to come down here for that. That means a lot to us.
Yes, because positive energies always. That's right. The one that downloaded into this conduit does not want to channel. It is a female that knows this one from the Galactic, sort of like a personal friend.
Are you talking about the Zeta? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No, from the Sirian star system, from the Galactic Federation. This one has a female friend from there. And send a download from us to this one to sort of bring it together in some ways, to bring us together or bring both worlds together, however you want to look at it. So I decided to come here to kind of get into it a little bit more, to go into it a little bit more deeply as the state of matters of your world. One moment. I didn't realize I was going to have all this connection issue, but that helped what you did.
Let's all do it.
But thank you. But yes, skepticism is fine, but you take, from what I gather, I mean, what the message is to take positive energy and to give it to friends and family, to even those that don't wish to have it. You take that energy and you give it to friends, family, foe. That will help your ascension. It will help wake them up. If they see that you are disconnected from society and all its sort of, as you call it, the show on your planet, the mind control, etc. When you're disconnected from it, others will see that and sort of eventually, if they feel, it will eventually be a part of that, when they are ready. So basically meaning that they will begin to see the world in a different way, slowly through you. So that's how it works. So you're almost like an example of a positive energy, positive light to help others go in that direction. So hopefully that helped.
Yes, I just got this thought.
Yes.
What if it's someone that doesn't believe the channel? Not necessarily the person.
Oh, as in me? That is fine. Believe with your heart.
Yes.
And if you don't believe, that's fine. I'm having connection issues like you are. I'm not going through pain, but it might seem that way.
I have a question.
Yes.
What race are you?
Sirian.
Sirian.
Yes.
Oh, are you able to describe your appearance?
Yes, to this one, I showed myself as sort of a purple skin, kind of a oval head, kind of a elongated head. I'm not sure if you're very familiar with that appearance, but that is the appearance I am going as. That is the appearance that I have showed myself.
What density are you?
Fourth density.
Oh. What are the females like on your planet?
Very intuitive, very loving, of course. Very social. They are very connected with nature. Very spiritual, obviously. Hopefully it helped.
Yes.
Very
Yes. So I think I might be interested in finding one from your world.
Yes. That is fine. Yes, if you would like to speak to one of them. I think your message, I think they know what you're talking about. I feel that one will visit you shortly, if that would be okay with you.
It would be fine with me.
Yes. If there's no more questions, and if some are just not happy for me being here, I will leave, if that is okay. If they don't believe me for who I am, that is fine. That is okay. I am real, though. I'm having all kinds of communication issues. I might not resonate with your world, but that does not mean I'm not real. That does not mean that I am not telling the truth, because there's no reason to lie in any way. There's no gain to that. So, if there's nothing else, I will leave now. And connect with you later if that is okay.
Alright, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
God bless your world. God bless your ascension, because it is happening. Not as fast as many of you wish, but it is happening. God bless. All right. Hello.
What's up?
Welcome back.
Yeah. That was kind of a workout.
Try to keep it going.
Did you feel like maybe there was something like trying to push him out? Like because there was that girl and she was saying all that stuff when she left, and right when she left, that's when he started getting all uncomfortable, you know? So maybe she like
Yeah, she might be pushing him out. Yeah. She didn't
I was
really care much for him that much, that's for sure.
sorry to interrupt, but I was thinking, the information that we got from the Federation of Light was huge, and that kind of heavy information. Why wouldn't someone want to stop that coming out?
Well, yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he felt really uncomfortable after that, and the connection sort of, yeah, It was fine at first, but then it all went south. I believe he's real. That guy was a purple. He came to me as like a guy with kind of that guy in Star Trek. That was the look he gave me. So I'm not totally familiar with Sirian, so that might be another reason for the connection issue.
You mean like a Klingon?
No. No. Oh, no. You know, remember the first episode of Star Trek, and those guys with the big heads?
Well, which first one? Because there are many first ones.
It was. I think it was the one with the. It wasn't with Captain Kirk. It was the other guy.
The Next Generation Star Trek, or the very first?
The first Star Trek with Kirk, but it wasn't Kirk. It was like the pilot one.
Wait, who's the pilot? You mean?
The pilot episode.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's I don't know if anybody here remembers. He has a big head. They use telepathy to control people, and that was the episode. I think you look up Star Trek episode, the pilot episode of the original Star Trek.
I prefer the Next Generation Star Trek. That one was better.
Okay, but the Sirian, anyway, he had like kind of a big head, and anyway, well, whatever. I thought it was, his connection issue didn't go too good. There might have been others around him trying to pull him out too, so it was going good for a while.
Well, if they were trying to pull him out, I'd say that was a good thing.
Yeah. So anyway, that's new to me. I had no idea who was coming through. So so anyway, do we want to leave on a lighter note? You want to have enough energy? You want to channel somebody that's maybe a little bit more familiar?
Yes.
Sure. What about Bruce Lee?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Bruce Lee. No, but yeah, what were you saying, Crow?
I was going to say that maybe he can channel a government official from Metro Llama's world.
Okay. That's fine. Of course, we have connection issues with him too, but that should be a lot better than what I just went through. That should be better than that. Bruce Lee. Yeah, try that another night for that.
Alright.
Yeah, 1 second. I have to put this to sleep. Yeah, with that, people downing him, he sort of felt kind of, I would say, offended in some ways. So kind of his energy kind of went down after that. I think that was part of the connection issue also. You know, he sort of felt, felt unwelcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it was like that. That was a better way of describing that.
Can you think he can like feel our thoughts and our emotions while he's channeling through you?
Yes.
'Cause I was trying to like send him like at the end there. I was trying to send him that like he's welcome and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he really got it or not though.
I felt that. Yes, I felt that. Yep. Yes. Yeah. But I think it was kind of hurt too, so I kind of, so it was like, why even bother? Anyway. All right, let's try. Let's try Metro Llamas' world. You said the government, somebody in the government. Of course, connection issues. Might have another connection issue with that. That's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Yes. Let me give you. Find a name that would work with your world. Midas. Let's use. Call me Midas. That would be easy to understand.
Cool. Greetings. Where are you from, Midas?
I am from canine species that was called upon.
Okay, sweet.
Yes, General Kent is not ready for these words from our world. Getting there to translate them so you all understand them. So he can understand it, so he can help you understand. Yes, there's much going on right now, isn't there? You have any questions?
Yes.
What is
So,
it?
you're a government member. What exactly do you do?
I am kind of like a commander of our fleet, sort of our transportation, you can say, in the government, sort of like the Federation, sort of something like the Starship type of commander. I am in a room right now communicating using telepathy. Using many technologies, such as when we get into that a little bit, let me make more sense with that. As in our starships, that some I was reading through this one's mind. I've heard many of your channelings through this one and others, such as we can leave our planet, but there are certain areas that we don't. We can use a ship to leave it, but there are certain areas that we just avoid that are not very friendly to space travel. I just wanted to put that out there. But yes, your communications with your Gert Ficknir, hopefully I pronounced that right. So yes. And is the topic site to site? Is that why I'm here?
Well, just wanted to ask random questions. I was told in the webinar earlier today that your people managed to bring one Earth human to your world.
Yes. I want to say several, actually, but I'll stick to the one, yes.
How are they spending their time? Are they enjoying themselves?
Yes, but they weren't here very long. I would say a week. Yes, of course. We took care of them. They were happy. Or that one, I would say. Yes, he was happy.
I was told that your people and people's leaders of my soulmate's race are in talks right now.
Yes. We are being, what you call, monitored by your government. They are unsuccessful, but they are trying to get an eye on us. They're trying to shut us down, I just say.
You know that won't work, right?
Yes, that will not happen. They are kind of conniving. Not all of them, but some of them are. Kind of, they say one thing and do another. So, and from my opinion, they do not have you as a species in their best interests. They only care about themselves. Or that is my opinion.
I was told that I'd be taken to your world very soon.
Was it my world or another one?
Think both.
Okay. Yes, if you come to our world, I think it'd be very brief, but yes, I think you're scheduled for another planet. Another canine planet. That would be longer. But yes, I believe yes, but of course we are kind of pausing everything right now. So, And I'll let you know, this communication is clear right now. We are, other than those watching this video, it's not being monitored by your governments at this moment, if that helps.
That does help.
Yes, good. So, I mean, we are a peaceful race, and your race is not always peaceful because there's a control factor on your planet, obviously.
I'm wondering, do you guys use crystal technologies on your planet?
Something around those lines, yes.
Okay, I heard there's a rumor. Well, it's not really a rumor. I heard that you could pull an infinite amount of electrons out of a quartz crystal if you knew how. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys do that? Is that how you get your power?
No, we do it a different way. We have different means of technology. That, right, I would say this now. That information is hard to go into this system right now to define what we do.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Do you have any form of media on your planet, like storytelling in the form of pictures, moving pictures?
Yes, much of that. A lot more positive, though, than your world. I think more creative in many ways. Poetry, music, much like your world. We have a lot of similarities. Just more upbeat. We went through a dark stage of your world, but now we are past that.
Sorry. Your music is the same as ours, you said? Like, do you use instruments? You have a whole band and...
Let me see if I can get that in here. One moment. I have to connect to that. Yes, it's hard to explain here. Maybe some other time when I have a better, this one has a better connection. But we do have instruments. I can't explain how they're played though.
Alright, do you have the guitar?
Something like that, yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks. What would you say like you would say your planet's music's better than ours, right? Obviously, because you're from there.
Oh, it's more positive. That's all an opinion.
What do you think about Pharrell's Happy song from our planet?
That's on your world, right?
Yeah.
Well, one moment. Well, first impressions, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Okay, sweet, thanks. Okay, because I'm always wondering, like, what's it like music on other planets and stuff? Because I heard it's always way better. So I'm thinking, could you, like, come or, like, anybody that's listening or anybody come and give me like, not really give me a download, but I hear music in my head sometimes, and it's like, it's not music that I usually hear, you know what I mean? I'm wondering if one of you guys could come and do that for me so I could hear what it's like to hear your music.
I don't think we're permitted to do that. Let's see here. I can't guarantee it now, but in the future, yes. Right now, our priorities are in a different mode. In the future, yes, we can do that.
Okay, sweet.
Right
Nice.
now, there's much going on. So.
Alright, nice, thanks.
Yes.
Do you have a form of electronic music, like house, dubstep, that type of music?
I have to connect to that. Kind of. It's more. One moment. It's more natural music, not synthesizer type stuff. More. It's hard to explain here. More natural, more like string type of music. And the music you mentioned, I'm not quite connecting with it for some reason. but it's not synthesizer type of stuff that
Oh,
I'm familiar with. It's hard to explain here. It's kind of hard to. It's more natural type of music, such as your. Yeah, it's hard to explain for me.
would you say more like classical or
Yeah,
harmonious?
yes, I was going to say that. Yes, yes, something more around those lines. Yes, but at a higher vibration, it's still hard to translate exactly where I'm going with that.
How,
More, yeah, it's hard. That's a tough one for me here.
how tall are you?
I know you said some of us are tall. I am 4 feet tall, but I am muscular. Uh, Black fur around my head. Is there anything else? Yes, I can tell you that we are in discussions with your government. Your governments are very controlling, so we, in many ways, try to avoid them at all possible. But we are in connection with contact with your group fit near. So that is always a good conversation. That's always very positive. But with your governments, it's never very positive. Hopefully that helps.
It does help.
Welcome. Thank you. Is there anything else?
Yes. Do you have a tail?
Yes.
Does it wag?
Yes. Yes. Somewhat. But I am growing out of that phase. Many are growing out of that phase. So I'm not totally moved out of that. So many do not have tails anymore. They're going that, evolving.
I'm wondering, there's like underground facilities with all sorts of ETs and stuff, or reptilians at least I know of. I'm wondering what type of ETs are underground? Just reptilians, or?
Some grays. Arturians kind of visit every once in a while. Palladians. Oh, one moment. Nordics. Some negative, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm wondering about the Greys. Like, do they have emotion?
No, for the most part, but some do, kind of.
So they're like neutral, or?
Yes, but some do have emotion. Some have developed that.
Okay, so a Grey gave me a download, and I'm wondering, like, since he's neutral, why did he do that? You know? Like,
I think he's trying to keep that a secret right now. I think it's something to do related to science. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, that was it, science, yeah.
Something. Yeah, it's for your future. I'm not sure what you're preparing for right now, but that's to do with your future.
Alright, sweet, thanks, yeah, cool.
Welcome.
Wait, hold up. Could you tell if like all the downloads that I got are like, is it possible?
That might not be a good one to ask about that. It might be
Oh, okay, it's fine.
better for a Palladian or someone a little bit more connected to your world.
Alright, sweet.
I would recommend that.
Alright, cool, thanks. Anybody else, or?
Okay. That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks for
you for
coming.
having me here. hopefully I gave you enough information to help.
Yeah, that was really good. Thank you. I wish I could think of something. It's just when I can't think when I'm actually speaking to you guys, you know? It's weird.
Much is going on right now, so of course I can't speak about everything, so thank you. God bless the world in your ascension process. Thank you. Ah, hey, thanks.
So,
So hopefully that's went well.
yeah, I was sick, yeah.
Think so. Getting better at this.
Did you see anything?
When he mentioned the room, I saw the room. It's kind of like a white room with technology. There's other canines listening in. And he wanted to make sure that he mentioned about the government that they were not listening in, so that might have been a concern. It felt like they hadn't, I think he mentioned that, much going on. You know, there's a lot going on with them right now. Yeah, it's funny, he came looking like a rat for some reason. Maybe it was a kind of a wolf looking, but I don't know why he kept looking like a rat. I'm not understanding why, but anyway. Maybe it has similarities to a rat. I don't know.
Maybe it was like not because sometimes when beings are about to appear, they'll be like, "Don't be afraid." And I'll be like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna be afraid. Just show yourself," you know. And then I'll only see a bit of them. So maybe he was just didn't want to scare you or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have been it. Who knows?
But he's a dog being. How can he be scary?
No, it wasn't. It didn't feel scary. I don't know. Who knows? It didn't feel scary or it didn't look scary. I'm not sure why. That just I know who he was, but it's like maybe he was trying to hide his appearance.
That's fun.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Sort of disguise who he is. So you know what I mean? Sounds strange, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, to discourage being monitored, I guess. And in some ways, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yo, actually, I thought, never mind. I was gonna say Arcturian would be sick, but I just realized you already did like 3. But yeah, because you never hear about them, you know, and they never give any information. But
Yeah, I don't think I've channeled Arcturian.
yeah, I've seen one channeling video
Oh,
of
yeah.
you, the
That's
young
right.
one. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was. Yeah, during the day, I got a feeling of him, and he just sort of. It was like a young kid. I felt like there was a female. What was weird about that is I saw. Figured this out. I mean, it's Arcturian, but yeah, I saw like a blonde girl standing next to him. It was very strange. It's like, okay. So I guess.
His tall blonde girlfriend.
Yeah, maybe that was it. I have enough energy. You want to try Bruce Lee?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
See if he comes through. I'm not sure if he will or not. You know. I don't know anything about Bruce Lee, so this will be interesting. heard I have a fan here. Yes. Hello.
Is this Bruce Lee?
Yes. I go by another name, but we can use that. Yes.
Really? Wow.
And I'm going to bring energy to this one. It's hard. But you called, and I figured I would stop by and say hello.
Really, thank you for coming. This is crazy. So, what's up? What, there's a big controversy over your death. What happened?
Oh, one moment. I don't have a full doubt. What is the story on your world?
Like, you used to take vitamins like every day, and then all of a sudden you were poisoned, I think, and you died, and people are saying that they think that they put a poison in your vitamin C tablets or something. And then right after that, your son mysteriously died too.
Yes. I'll go into my son a little bit more. That was done deliberately, actually. They said it was an accident, but no, someone actually murdered him.
Okay.
He kind of had a disagreement with a few people, and someone got pissed off at him. And of course, the person that did it got away with it also, because it was seen as an accident, and don't worry about it. That was actually done deliberately.
What about you? Were you killed by Illuminati or whatever?
No, that was one moment. It's been a while. I actually have to connect to that. It's been a while.
Cool.
It was. You can say it was like a drug overdose. Yes.
Okay. So
it was a combination of several things that didn't work out too good.
all right, sweet. So you were like the best fighter. Where are you at now? What are you doing now?
I am in spirit, enjoying the quiet, learning much. Actually, I have connection with your reptilian races, more of the neutral ones. I speak to them often. I have a connection with them.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to get into reptilian fighting styles versus like the kung fu that you were into. What would you say a comparison?
Theirs is more brutal than they have. It's hard to explain.
Yo, wait, okay, go on. I'm sorry.
Yes, theirs is more brutal in many ways. Ours is more. It's been modified here, but yes, much of it did come from reptilians, though. Not all of it, though. There's
Um,
also, but reptilian, yes.
is it possible for you to train me fighting in the astral realm and have it transfer back to the physical?
That is very possible. I don't know if your guide would permit it, but I will put in the call. See, you're going through many transitions right now, and I'm not sure if that will benefit your life, but it does not mean that I cannot do that. I have to have a discussion with your guide. Your guide has many plans for you right now. It doesn't want to take you off track of where you're going. Does that
Yeah, true. Yeah. That makes sense. Thank you.
I will do what I can to give you information.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I'll be walking in my house and then I'll go into like a perfect stance and I'll do like these movements and stuff and it feels like I don't know, that was a download, right? Like it's
Yes.
okay, cool.
Not for me.
Okay, is there any way you could just give me downloads for Kung Fu or something? Like for the stuff you think would most benefit me?
Yes, I have to discuss it with your guide, though.
All right. What about Qigong? Are you into Qigong? Like when you were in here, like in the physical?
No.
No?
I do of it. A little bit, dabbled with it.
All right, sweet. So yeah, there was because I seen the 1 inch punch where you'd punch a guy from an inch away and he'd go flying at the festival or whatever, like the real festival, the Kung Fu festival or whatever. And I'm just wondering, did you use the chi in that? Like, did you, or was that just pure muscle strength?
That was several energies that did that. Several energies that came together that I have mastered. So I don't have a name for it exactly, but it is many talents that I have evolved that came together. So I can do something like that. Not everyone can do that, obviously.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, could you give a message to your fans? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to hear a message from you.
Yes. Stay, of course, you probably heard it. Stay positive. Uh, this this kind of arts is very spiritual. It connects you with the world, connects you with your higher self. Kind of, martial arts, those type of things connect you with many species around your planet in a positive way with your spirits. It almost lifts you into the astral as you are. It almost makes you immortal in some ways, you understand, where you can do anything. It all depends on your mindset of where you're going, what you want. So
Okay, sweet. Can we talk more about the reptilians and the kung fu and stuff? Do you still train in fighting like where you're at right now?
uh just one moment. I was thinking about something. I communicate with them. Training, not so much. More communication.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm wondering just like what do you do nowadays? Like, what are you up to now?
Visit loved ones. I make myself known on other planets right now. Sort of astrally visit worlds that are in fourth, third density. Sort of. Some are doing the same things on your planet as for fighting. So I help those spiritually. I help them evolve. On your world also, I am many places, many times. Not all the time, but I go around, make my rounds. Where I am called, where I am needed, where those that say, it'd be nice if you go to this planet and help these few out with their techniques and all that.
Yeah, true. So, are you planning to reincarnate on another planet?
Right now, in spirit form, I seem to be able to get more accomplished.
Okay, cool.
I can do more here than I can do on this one. For right now, this seems to be working. So, I imagine you want. That's right. You mentioned about the fans and everything. I can tell you this, that there'll be several that will reincarnate on your world similar to me, but they will not be famous. They might be, depending on what they want to do. Yes, my work has obviously inspired a generation that want to reincarnate in your world just to, I wouldn't say copy, that's a good, I can't think of the word, but replicate what I have done. So I inspired many to come to your world. So, and when they come to your world, they're not all depressed and drinking and want to commit suicide. They're actually very spiritual, very connected with their earth, and very happy in their arts. So this is beneficial for your planet. Many. When I say many, there are many.
Sweet. I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting this. This is like really crazy. Speaking to you, like it's an honor.
It's an honor for me to be here.
So, did you have any extraterrestrial DNA with your physical body?
Obviously, reptilian. 50% reptilian. It was beneficial though, not the bad kind, as you might say, not aggressive kind. Help with techniques. Some Sirian, maybe a little bit Arthurian.
Were you aware of the extraterrestrial presence? Like, were you in contact with them?
Yes, actually, yes. But I didn't talk about it.
So that was just through meditation?
Yes, yes. When I was, you say in karate, or this one I pronounce karate, in my, in my moves and all that, in my training and all that, I've seen many species. I've seen, I know it sounds strange, but when you're in this kind of mode, you sort of, your density sort of, you could say I cut through a density in some ways, where I can actually see, I guess you could say spiritually, I rose to a fourth density direction where I can actually see them.
Yeah,
Not all,
yeah,
but
that's me too. What beings did you in contact with?
reptilians, obviously. Some of my teachers, you can see their eyes change. Palladians I saw for not very long. This wasn't something that I had a conversation with them or anything, but I could see that they weren't what they seemed to be. Even in your Hollywood world, I saw many there. More Palladians there than anything else.
So you had a physical reptilian teacher, or was your teacher? What do you mean by that? Like your teacher?
Oh, he had reptilian within, his DNA.
Okay, so if you have reptilian in your DNA, you might shapeshift a little bit, and your like eyes will like.
For me, no, I don't think so. I did have a lot, but not enough to shapeshift. No.
Okay,
Not
and
that kind.
and so your teacher, he just had reptilian DNA, and he was.
Something like that, yes. He had reptilian sort of aggression. It was very aggressive, actually.
All right, cool. So
The
what?
definitions here are kind of mixed, but anyway. But
All
he did
right.
have reptilian DNA, yes.
Can you tell us about any of your extraterrestrial contact experiences when you were in the physical that you didn't tell anybody about?
Yes, like in your Hollywood world, I did see some. Not to say I had conversations with him, right? Nothing like this. But I did have conversations. I mean, I didn't notice it. Notice that something wasn't right. It's like, oh, that's not right, and that's not right. Many Hollywood executives don't seem too human. Let's put it that way. So it's hard to. It's like, I mean, I kind of felt. Let's put it this way. I felt their energies weren't exactly, normal as other. You can pick it up when you're at this level. You become more intuitive, and you can catch these things a little bit more. If you're open-minded, some are not open-minded. I was open-minded.
Yeah, I saw that like you were writing your own movies, and it was all like you were bringing MMA before they even had MMA, and you were writing your own movies, and it was totally different from what they're doing. And then all of a sudden you died or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe did they kill you because of that, or did they put that in the drugs in your thing that killed you?
No, that was all my doing. That was more of my doing. There were many that did not like me, yes, but that was more my doing. Some of my addictions got kind of out of control. So there was much jealousy, yes, but none of them, no Illuminati coming after me, no.
Okay, there was, I think, like you hurt your back or something like that. I forget, but you got injured and you ended up lying in your bed for like months. I'm wondering, you were meditating the whole time. Did you ever astral project during that time?
I don't think I was aware of it, but I think I did, yes. Yes, but I wasn't aware of what was going on. I was sort of, too much was going on to connect with it. But yes, I think I have several times.
Okay. Thank you for that. Sarah, do you have a question? It's Bruce Lee.
If you believe it. Others don't believe in it.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. How are you?
I am fine.
I didn't know what I was coming into,
Yes,
so.
to run away, yes. That is okay.
What should I ask Bruce Lee? Oh, we have a running joke, really, in the Hookalo members. The wah and the wah. Was that really Arcturian?
Might have been.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right. I enjoyed your work. Yes.
Thank you. I can feel that.
Yes.
I know this is kind of strange. Yes, this is odd, but I was asked to come and figured I'd show up.
Right. That's wonderful. Thank you for showing up.
Yes.
I'm learning martial arts now. It's the Brazilian style, but I've been speaking a language lately. I feel that I have some sort of connection to you in a past lifetime, maybe.
Yes, I believe so. Yes. Yes. I believe maybe several lifetimes, actually. Not just one.
And several.
Yes, I feel that.
Amazing.
I feel a world on this planet. Do you feel you have lifetimes on this world?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was one on this world, an Asian. I don't know if that resonates with you at all.
Yes, it does.
Yes, as children though, not as adults. I can't give a date. Like the ancient times.
Not the time of Kuan Yin, is it?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
What about me? Did me and you ever jam out in a past life?
Yes, I believe so, but on another world.
Okay, sweet. What world?
I can only download so much into this one. I got. I don't know if Arcturian sounds right to you.
Yeah, that's cool. Sweet.
Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I heard I had lifetimes as an Arcturian. So.
Yes. As for doing Kung Fu and all that, I don't think we did that.
Oh. So, do you think, like, that my guides would let you train me in the ashram for Kung Fu?
It's a possibility. I don't think they want to make you too busy.
Yeah, true.
They don't want to overwhelm you, but it's a possibility.
All right,
Oh,
sweet.
I would definitely like to be trained in astral.
Yes, you know, when you said that, yes, that can definitely happen. Yes, I can send you astral, I can send you downloads. Yes, I'm giving the okay for you, definitely.
Oh, for him or me?
For you.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't get no downloads, bro?
Sounds strange, I know.
Yeah, but, okay, wait, downloads, don't you just, like, ping it to me?
He doesn't know what ping means.
Yeah.
Like, transfer from brain to brain.
It's
I don't
different.
know, I don't understand how they work.
For you, it's not. They're not allowing it right now, but for her, they're allowing it.
Yes.
They actually want it. Yes, you should receive it very soon. Maybe even tonight if you want.
That's wonderful.
And you can speak to me on a day. Yes, if you have the means to speak to me, you can do that also. Call me and I will be there.
Thank you very much.
You. This was definitely worthwhile.
Yes.
Would you say my downloads weren't Kung Fu then? They're like more like Qigong? Because when I do the movements, it's like not really fighting. It's like the energy flow stuff. Like, could you tap into it?
Well, the conduit doesn't have the definitions of all this stuff, so kind of have to define some of this stuff. One moment. I don't know if you're speaking or not. One moment. I'm not getting anything for that. They're just not. Yeah, ask your question again. Make sure.
Okay, like I was wondering, because you're saying that they wouldn't let me get Kung Fu downloads, but I already got like a bunch of downloads for, but I don't think it's Kung Fu now because you're saying that. But like when I do the movements, it's all like it reminds me more of Qi Gong than Kung Fu, like the energy, you know, the
Okay.
Qi energy. So I'm wondering, could you tap into if it's Kung Fu downloads I got or if it's Qi Gong energy?
It's
Like,
Qigong. It's Qigong energy.
okay, sweet. So you don't know any Qi Gong, eh? You can give me Qi Gong downloads?
I
Or
think.
did I already get too much or?
One moment. I don't know. They're not letting me. They're kind of like cutting the cord on that. That's
Oh,
fine.
really?
Yeah. You have to talk to your guides.
All right. We'll do maybe you can come back later after I talk to them. No, I'm kidding.
Is there anything else? This one's energy is running down. So there's any other questions?
Krell, do you have anything? This is Bruce Lee.
Yes. I know it sounds strange, but yes, I think your group is used to strange, so I don't see how this could be strange.
No, this is not strange.
Of course, it's hard for us to manifest our being, but you might be able to pick up on our energies when we do this. Not always.
I'm wondering, could you tell me who the being is that gave me the Qigong download? Is it possible for you to pick that up?
And that happened a while ago?
Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, like a year, I guess.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a while ago.
But it happens more, like I've been getting more, like it's been coming out more, you know?
I figure it's an ancestor of yours that crossed over, maybe like a grandparent.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that makes sense.
Was it be from like a past life, like someone way back?
It might. All right, let me see. Yeah, I have a. No, it's not. It's a. I have a. I get Palladian energies when I look into that.
Okay,
So your
sweet.
Palladian. You have Palladian friends. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the ones that are doing it. They're giving it to you little by little. Okay, here we go. They're giving it to you where they feel that you're ready for it. So they will, like, such as my download you wanted from me, they will give you that when you're ready for it.
Okay, sweet. So you think maybe I could get those downloads in the future? Like in my guides?
Talk to
Yeah.
them. I feel it's more Palladian energy doing that, though. Palladians are involved with that. So you can talk to them.
Alright, sweet. Thank you.
So, are you able to... Krell, go ahead.
I was going to ask, is this Bruce Lee talking?
Yes. For now. Energy is running down right now. Yes. You have a question? Anybody?
Yes. I was wondering if you can tell me anything about that lifetime where we met.
There was kind of like a civil war during that time period. Oh, Asian. I'm being told the reason I'm here is so I can connect with you to give you this information. So
Oh, wonderful.
if that resonates with you, because that's what I'm being told right now. One moment. I can't go into. It was. One moment. It was an Asian lifetime, more of a Chinese lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But the date, I'm not getting any dates.
That's okay.
I think that will, when the time is right, it will come about. If it benefits, if it helps you with your contract, it will manifest.
Yes.
The information will come through. So,
I'm wondering, all these downloads that people are getting, are they for something in the future? Like, are they?
much of it is. Some of it's for right now, a lot of it's for the future.
All right, sweet. Because yeah, some people get some things, other people get other things. So I'm thinking, like, do our downloads correspond to our contract that we signed
Yes,
before we
of
came here?
course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
your contract changes all the time too. So you have that. So the downloads, sometimes they download and they don't activate until later. That's how it works. I think you're probably familiar with that already.
Yeah.
So they give you information, and when you're ready, they gradually switch it on. Depending, everybody's different.
Do you know how downloads are supposed to feel? Like, are you supposed to? Is it supposed to be like a high pitched ring
Everything,
or anything?
it's always different.
Okay.
Usually it's pulse of energy sometimes. Sometimes it's information coming from this direction. Everybody is different. Sometimes it goes in a dream state. Yeah, it's too many. I can explain for this one. It comes through in this direction. And usually it's during the day for this one. Everybody's different, obviously.
All right, nice. There's a quote in one of your movies that you like surpassed the physical form and you're onto the spiritual now. And like in the fighting style, I forget the exact quote, but I'm pretty sure. Like, did you mean like I don't know what you meant by that? Like that you surpassed the physical and now you moved on to the spiritual form when it comes to fighting. I'm just wondering, like, is that qigong or what were you talking about there?
And you said that's what something I said? I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
in a movie. I don't know if you can't connect to it, don't worry about it. 'Cause I can't remember the exact quote.
Yeah, the energy level here is dying down. Uh, yes, more of a spiritual. Yes, I turned to yes. Much of my work, I turned to like a spiritual creature in many ways, where I was almost out of body in many ways during this. So that's why it was so easy to do what I did. Not many can go that far, though.
All right, nice, thank you.
Yes.
Could you tell anything to your fans like that? Is there any misconceptions about you that you'd like to clear up, or anything?
Yes, I was not murdered by the Illuminati.
Okay.
That was more of my. It was. You can say it was like drugs that were kind of mixed wrong, and it was more of an accident. But yes, Illuminati. I didn't have any dealings with them, but I did have many people that were jealous of me, definitely.
All right, I'm wondering, did you ever use any drugs like marijuana or ayahuasca for like spiritual development when you were alive?
Yes, something like that. Yes, different types. Maybe not marijuana, but other herbs that are not in this vessel that I can't.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, my energy level is going down. So if you have any more questions, anything, I'm gonna have to go.
Yes. Thank you for coming. It was
Yeah.
wonderful to speak
Yes.
with you.
Yes, we'll be. See you soon. I will send you information very soon.
Thank you.
Welcome. God bless, and the energy of your world is definitely improving every day. So, and obviously, fighting is not. It's a spiritual cleanse, you can call it. You know, this martial arts and all that.
Yes.
It's more of a cleanse than it is for combat. So, get you connected to your world, to your nature. That is really what it's intended for. Not really for combat. It can be used for combat, but it's like another way of meditation.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Glad to
Thanks
meet
for coming.
Thank you.
We love you.
I love you too. Hey.
Hi, Ivan. Oh my goodness.
I was getting tired at the end, so
That's great.
coming back. Yeah, he was really strong in the beginning. Sort of weakened down as we went along.
Yeah, I'm so sad that I just got to you.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I heard that part. I mean, I remember some of it. But I remember that. Yeah, when you showed up, it felt like a spiritual connection right there. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I came through.
But I'm happy I got to you. I'm
Yeah.
very happy I got to you.
That's great. That's funny stuff. That's good. This is good. Yeah, that's strange but good. Yes, very awesome. Bruce Lee of all people is.
I'm so excited.
I wasn't planning on channeling, but it's like it felt right. So it's like, yeah, sure, why not? I got enough energy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get those downloads too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's like I came to you. It's like I'm not sure about that. You know?
Yeah. Whatever. I guess my guides are hating.
I get it. I don't know. Okay. All right. Do you want to leave off with a prayer? Anybody?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Wow. Thank you.
Welcome.
Lovely. Thank you.
That was just for him.
That's awesome. That's just. Oh yeah, you're shutting down.